So yesterday, Roe versus Wade was overturned, and as soon as I heard about it, I just got immediate chills. I know this is a very highly controversial topic, but I am just so tired of not talking about things that I believe in and that I believe are truth. And it honestly stuns me. Like, I know there are so many controversial topics today, but it honestly stuns me that abortion is still one of them. Considering just how far scientific advancements have come since Roe versus Wade was wrongly decided, it is one step in the right direction, but a step that we have been fighting for and praying for so long. The woman that founded the March for Life movement, the decision was made yesterday on her birthday, and also yesterday was the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And every other year, this decision will fall on the nativity of St. John the Baptist, who recognized Jesus' sanctity while he was still in the womb. When I saw that and realized that, I was just like, whew. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I'm just tired of staying silent about so many things while everyone else is blurting their opinion everywhere, sharing posts about this and that say their opinion. So like, why can't I? So many people are still so misinformed about it, which is really sad. But then you have the other end of the spectrum where people are informed and they still support abortion. And that is what is truly terrifying. And if you think this is just a Christian point of view, it's not. It's also backed by science and the basic right to life as a human being. Whew, that's all I'm gonna say about it. I don't know if YouTube is going to ban me now, or at least this video. I just like touched the tip of an entire iceberg that I could go on and on and on about. As you can probably tell, I'm very passionate about this topic, and I have done so much research on it, even recently, and listened to hours and hours on the topic, honestly. So yeah, there's a lot more I could unpack going along with the whole right to human life line of thought, but I will just leave it there. In other news, today is Saturday and not a whole lot going on. I went food shopping this morning with my mom. Right now, I am currently editing my Glacier vlog, the first one. I actually don't know what I'm really going to do as far as dividing them into different videos because there's too much footage for one, but yet doing the first 2 days into one makes sense. But then the last day, it's just like leaving in my haul. So I don't know, I might still just do that. And today I want to wash my truck, vacuum out my truck, and then my brother and sister-in-law are coming over and we're going to watch Stranger Things, I think. Or at least some of it. They've been waiting for me. They actually watched the first episode without me, so not cool. What else? I'm finishing up paperwork for my naturopath visit that I have the day after 4th of July. I'm so excited that I found one, and I'm just really looking forward to it. And I already love the pre-paperwork, has been so in-depth and long. I am really excited for that visit and to finally get things rolling on my hormonal health and hopefully start balancing things out because I have tried a lot. Very excited for that. And yeah, I just finished washing my truck outside and it is already getting really hot out. So I got a new Olipop flavor today and strawberry vanilla. So far I have tried orange squeeze, root beer, vintage cola, cherry vanilla, and then this one, and that's all that my grocery store carries. So yeah, this is the last flavor I have to try. Let's do a little taste test, shall we? Wait. Fun fact about me, if I don't let carbonation go out of a drink first before swallowing it, I will get the hiccups. And the same exact thing happens to my mom, so thanks, Mom. Yeah, I like that. so fresh and light. Michael and Lydia are coming over around dinner time, I think, so I don't have too much more time to get stuff done before they come over. So yeah, I'll probably go down and do some more editing and sip on my Olipop. So the other day I kind of realized that my mindset towards my life and the future that I want have not necessarily shifted, but they've definitely become a lot more refined. Growing up, I always kind of knew that, you know, someday I wanted to get married, have kids. That was always kind of in the back of my mind. I didn't really know though what I would want to do if I was married. For example, I don't know if I wanted to have like a part-time job and like put my kids in public school and stuff. I praise God for the knowledge that I have been accumulating over the years, and that's not to say that I know everything or that I'm so wise. Just looking back to where I was a few years ago even, it's amazing. Just learning more about the public school education system and everything like that. Not even just public schools, but private schools are just not even the best option in my eyes. Definitely homeschooling or something similar is on my mind, and I'm just so thankful that this knowledge exists now and is so accessible. For example, podcasts. I think it was 3 years ago now is when I first really started listening to podcasts, and ever since then, you know, marriage podcasts have been one of the topics that I have been listening to, and now it has kind of shifted to parenting podcasts in a way and homesteading podcasts. I don't know, I feel like God really has been preparing me these past few years for the kind of life that I desire. I'm not promised that life. So when I talk about, and when I've mentioned before, like if I have kids someday, it's not so much that if I decide to have kids one day or something like that, it's literally saying if I am in the position to have kids, like if I do end up getting married, because getting married and having kids and this life that I do desire and that I want, it's not promised to me. And as much as I want it, you know, being married isn't something that God promises us. And coming to terms with that can be difficult. We are not even promised a good life in our terms here. What we are promised is that God will be with us every step of the way, no matter what hardship we are facing, no matter how hard our life is, no matter how many sucky things are happening, or quote unquote, what a bad life we have. What we are promised and what we can know is that God is right there with us, and that makes it a good life. And I think that for a long time I put marriage on a pedestal and really just thought that like, oh, when this happens, I can be happy. And of course I still think that from time to time, but now I catch myself and I think, no, now I can be happy. Even in a situation that I don't want to be in, I can find happiness there. Also, of course, looking at all the stuff that I have right now and that I'm grateful for, of course. I went through a period last fall of really having Ecclesiastes come up in my face. And there was a lot of signs. There was a lot of mind-blowing moments where for some reason, Ecclesiastes, just the book in the Bible, just kept coming up. And I was like, I better read Ecclesiastes. So I read Ecclesiastes, and what was so interesting is that during that period last fall, when that kept coming up, I really came to, I don't even know what it's called. I came to two different oppositions of this life. How I think about this life, knowing that this life is not all there is. So in a way, its significance is not that big. Now you could twist that a lot of ways to make it sound awful, and that's not what I'm saying. Because in another way, this life is so significant because it does determine eternity and what happens in the next phase, shall we say. But I really had to grapple with those two oppositions, because it came to a point where I was like, wow, nothing really matters here, which sounds awful. And I'm not saying that that's true, but I think when I started reading Ecclesiastes, that was another jaw-dropping moment where I'm like, wow. It kind of served me in the way that I think God, maybe, it always sounds weird saying that I know what God was doing, but because I don't, but what I kind of suspect maybe is that God was kind of pulling me down from that pedestal and really had to strip me of being like, hey, stop putting so much importance on this and giving it, almost making it an idol in your eyes. Anyway, I don't know how I got off on that tangent. Oh yeah, I was talking about just my desires in life and stuff in this short life. But yeah, I am grateful that God is preparing me for whatever life I have.